Hello YouTube, this is Thompson Airways 737. You might have already seen like the video that I've just done of my NCA All Nippon Cargo 747 AF review. If you've seen this, if you're actually watching this video first, then it doesn't really matter. Although I would have mentioned sort of this video in that video, if that makes sense. Basically, this video is going to be sort of like this video will include photos of what I took at Manchester. If you have any questions like at the end of the video, like after you've watched it, then please do. I'll just gonna give you a quick talk based on what the events were at Manchester, because it was an extremely funny day. We didn't just go plane spotting and just watch planes landing, because I was a bit nervous at first because Jordan, the person who sort of organised the trip, I only went with him and my friend Alan. We all three of us went on the train. Well, I'll start from the beginning, and then you'll see sort of why it was so funny. And there were parts where we were extremely wound up. So right, we get there in the morning. Me and Alan get there. Alan smokes, so basically we're waiting outside the train station, and then I spotted Jordan, so I shout to him. Anyway, we go inside the train station. Everything's fine. We sat inside like this lounge area sort of thing on the platform, just to keep warm. Everything's fine. We'll get out on platform. Next minute they announce our platform number has been changed. In fact, no, should I say the train has actually been delayed by about 6 minutes. It didn't actually seem that long, to be fair, when it actually arrived. And then it turns out we actually changed just the basic, because like at Doncaster train station, there's obviously quite a few platforms, and we had to move from just like one side to the other side, so we had to move to platform 8. Everything was fine on the train. Well, actually, I looked at the wrong tickets, so we did reserve seats, and I actually sat down. I didn't actually realise at first that they actually put tickets in the seat, because I've never really been on the train and reserved seats before, so I was like, oh right. Anyway, we just sat down. It wasn't a problem, because no one else had reserved them seats, so we was like, oh, we'll just sit down here, because I thought that's what we actually looked at numbers coming back, the train seats, so it was sort of I felt a bit stupid. Anyway, we get towards Sheffield. The next minute, they announce on the tannoy system, PA system, whatever you want to call it, that the train is going to have to terminate at Sheffield, because the crew that will actually drive the train straight to Manchester Airport, obviously stopping at other stations as well, but they're not available. So we were told to actually get off the train, and there were loads of people waiting to get on this train, and we were thinking, well, they're just going to be told to get back off. Anyway, runs up these stairs. Jordan asked this woman what we're going to do. Next minute, she radios in, and it turns out the train that we just got off, that we were told that wouldn't be running to Manchester Airport, is now running. So we had to I'm not very good at running downstairs, not the fastest, so I was sort of a bit slow, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, if I miss this train, pardon my language, if I miss this train, I'm going to be screwed. I'm going to be stranded in Sheffield, no way of getting back. Well, probably will be a way of getting back, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we had to quickly rush back on the train, and we just sat down. We just found somewhere to sit. Anyway, I was actually sat in an old woman's reserve seat, which I didn't actually realise. She asked me to move, so I just moved back because Jordan was sat on his own anyway. So I just moved backwards, only by one seat. So we were sort of annoyed that they actually made that cock up and, sort of asked us about to get off the train, get back on the train. It was just, honestly, it was so ridiculous. So we thought no of it. We thought, well, we've got rest of the day to enjoy ourselves. We went to, when we got at Manchester Airport train station, it was alright. We got in a taxi and he actually, the taxi driver, actually dropped us off at near the end of a runway. It's like a coach, not a coach, a car park where you can get free bus to the actual terminals. So yeah, everything, we were waiting there. We didn't actually get we did get a bus, but we'll talk about that later. So, we were just standing in this car park to spot the planes on final approach. You'll see these photos, after I've done this talk. You'll be able to see what sort of, where the photos were taken and such. I might actually just put annotations on just to, show you, just to say where it was, if you don't know. Then basically, we were waiting for the A380 to come on to approach, and then after that, I think a few more aircraft came and landed. So yeah, and then we decided to go. It went a bit quiet after a Lufthansa, I think it was. I say it as Lufthansa. Some people say it as Lufthansa. I say it as Lufthansa. I'm not really sure which way is right. So yeah, we get there, and then next minute, Jordan's saying, the plans were to go down Moss Lane. I've never actually been down there as such. Quite a steady walk. If you sort of, because it was actually quite warm. I had my coat on and off. My bag was sort of on my shoulder. The bag was quite heavy because we had all food in it, and I was like, oh my god. Anyway, Jordan was saying, it's muddy. I didn't think out of it. We get to this path, it is muddy, and I thought, this isn't too bad. And he says, it gets worse. I'm thinking, oh my god, how worse. And then we were walking sort of through this, like, not a forest, but sort of like a woodland area, with branches and stuff. And next minute, which he didn't even mention to me at all, there's like a massive areas of mud. Obviously with the rain and snow, it's made it all sort of, horrible, sludgy, I mean, and just, oh my god, it looked a mess. So you actually had to hold on to the fence and walk around the edge on sort of like tiptoes. But because of stuff like that, I've never been sort of like the adventure type of person. I was panicking, and I actually come off. Because I was panicking, I kept sliding off like the bit where you had to sort of stand on. So I thought, screw it, I'm just going to walk through the mud. I had my trainers on. It might have been better if I'd have had wellies, but, we didn't think of it when we were first going. So I had my trainers on. Bam, straight through. No problem whatsoever. We got to the mound. It's quite a fair big mound, which I didn't even know was there. Because last time I went to the other, sort of like a mound further up. But yeah. And then we were there for so many hours spotting. It was alright. So yeah, you'll see them shots as well. Everything was fine then. Had a bite to eat, and everything was just calm. There was 3 other lads with us as well. Anyway, we decided then to move to the car parks at the terminal. So go back to the terminals because I didn't need to. I wanted to have a look at the actual, for myself, the actual area of the part of the airport that I'm doing on my Manchester Airport project. So yeah, we walked back. Obviously, you got to walk back through this mud bit, and thank God, I didn't actually walk straight through the middle like I did on the way, because God knows what I'd have done. But everything was fine. The first bit was all right. Get onto the fence, and with all the mud slippy and everything, my foot actually just went in, and it was sort of like muddy water, and it just went all over my top of my shoe, and then I thought, oh shit, I'm starting to I started feeling, oh fucking hell, I'm gonna start fucking, excuse my language, but I was slightly pissed off at this point. I'm trying not to use bad language on a YouTube video. But yeah, and then I actually put my foot down. I actually moved my foot and put it down, because it had mud on it. It was quite heavy, and I thought, and then the next minute I'm walking and my foot comes out my shoe, so my shoe's stuck in mud. So I'm like, and then there's like those two, Alan and Jordan, just laughing their heads off. I must admit it was funny, but you kind of feel a bit sort of, stupid, and feel like they're not going to help you. Anyway, Alan actually got my shoe out for me, and it was just caked in mud, honestly. Inside my socks were, because of the mud that actually spilled over, my socks were muddy as shit. Sorry about this language, guys. We my other shoe as well, that was pretty caked in mud as well, but not as bad. And we were walking, and they just can't help but laugh. And then we were walking back towards this car park where you get a free bus, and we had to sort of sneak in, because I think you had to show that you had a car or something, so we had to sneak in, and then got a free bus. But on the way walking to the car park, I just had to walk in grass to try and get as much mud off as possible, because it was an absolute disgrace. All mud was sort of sprayed up my bloody trouser legs. Luckily I had not the best, I didn't have jeans on, thank God. I had just joggers, because I thought, well, if it's going to be muddy, it's better not dress like that. Well, funnily enough, we all wore white trainers, knowing how muddy it was going to be. Well, I didn't actually realise it was going to be as muddy as it was, but I will admit I'm not going back there again. So then we get a free bus to the terminal, and then we go up to Terminal 1 car park to do a bit of spotting there. Then we go to Terminal 3 car park just to get a few of the late arrivals. Well, I won't say late, it wasn't late, but so obviously we had trains booked and everything. And then we went back, after we went to Terminal 3 car park, we went back to Terminal 1 car park just to get a few night shots. Some of them didn't actually work out too well, but as you'll see, I actually got a SAS MD. I think it's an MD-82 or MD-81. I'm not really sure what aircraft it is. I should have really checked that. But yeah, you'll see that sort of in a minute. So basically, the overall trip was, I will admit, it was funny, but when you do such stupid things and something happens, you kind of feel like, oh fuck, and you think about how different it could have been if you'd have walked like me. If I'd have walked straight in the middle and my shoe would have got stuck there, I'd have been screwed. Thank God I didn't actually slip over in the mud and go like head first, face first, or land on my back. Bloody hell. Honestly, but I'm not going back there again. Honestly, it was absolutely awful. So if you ever want to go down that way, even probably in the summer, it's going to be bad. So I won't say go down that way. So yeah, we had the overall journey was all right. And then coming back on the train, we was asked about again. because we got on the train, we could see the train driver couldn't close his door. He let us on. And he actually drove the. Is it dry? Drive the train, I'm guessing. To Piccadilly, Manchester Piccadilly. So we had to get off there because the door just wouldn't close. So we're guessing that he actually drove the train with the door open, or sort of, merely open sort of thing. And we had to transfer trains then. So me and Jordan actually made a complaint to First Transpennine Express. And just because of the stupid service. Because on the way back we didn't get our seats that we reserved. In fact, we can't. Oh no, we did. We did get them seats. Yeah. We did. But on the way we didn't, because I made the sort of stupid mistake in the first place. But having to move trains, they won't know. They won't know. But we did. Obviously we didn't have the seats that we actually asked for. So, what's the point in paying for seats if you're not going to get what you're given? You know what I mean? If you're not going to get what you asked for, so to say. The videos will be coming up, in a minute. Let me just think if there's anything else to say. Nothing really to say. No. Apart from I had a few scrapes as well, and my thumb started bleeding. Overall it was a good day, apart from all the negatives. The photos will be coming up now, so stay tuned, and I'll put a few animations on the photos, to when it changes photos, etc. Hope you enjoyed the photos. Any comments or criticism that you want to give based on the photos or this video, if you don't actually like the video, just say. I'll take it as something to work on. That's all for now from me. The video will end with the photos now, so I'll see you again sometime. Bye.